So, how come black people, and I mean black people in the motherland of Africa and the African diaspora, how come they do not talk about this man who was born into slavery but went on to fight the colonial government, chased them away, established a country, an independent country, the first independent country run by black people in the Western Hemisphere, and was still able to repulse the invasion attempts by the British, the French, and the Spanish on his country? His name is Toussaint Louverture. I hope I pronounced it well. And he established the first independent black nation in the Western Hemisphere. I mean, he established a country outside of Africa during the time of slave trade. And that country is known today as Haiti, which he named after the indigenous people's word, Haiti, which means land of mountains. Now, Toussaint was born in 1743 to an educated slave, and he would later rise on to become plantation manager, from where he would buy his freedom in 1776. He then began to live his life, inspiring awe and adulation. Then in 1791, there was a rebellion at St. Dominic, whereby slaves in plantations began to kill their European slave masters and burn down the plantations. Soon this rebellion grew and continued to spread, throughout the island. But at that time, Toussaint was uninterested. However, in 1793, he would gather a couple of people and train them into an efficient and effective army. With this new army that he'd formed, he joined the rebellion. So his army was able to emancipate the enslaved people. And based on this, he was able to negotiate for St. Dominic to be run by formerly enslaved people as a French protectorate. And once he got this, he wanted more. He wanted complete independence. So he would later fight off the French for complete independence of St. Dominic. And thanks to the deft maneuverings of his army, he won that war and declared Haiti an independent country. The first of its kind outside of Africa, the first of its kind in the Americas, the first of its kind in the entire world. A country completely run by formerly enslaved people. They were now in charge of the new country, Haiti. And the interesting thing was that not only was he able to establish the country, he also succeeded in fending off attempted invasions or reconquests by France, UK, Spain, and even with aid from the United States. He was able to repulse all these people and keep his country independent, which was a mean feat, at the time, because it, it was impossible to defeat Napoleon Bonaparte. But this guy led his army and they won the French army under the control of Napoleon Bonaparte. However, Toussaint was lured to France, for peace talk. And once he got there, he was actually seized by the French army and imprisoned. And he would later die a prisoner of France in 1803. But his legacy as the very first black slave who defeated the French, the UK, and the Spaniards in battle and established a country run entirely by former slaves is something that must never be forgotten. It's something that should be celebrated by all black people in the world. It's a feat that was unthought of at the time. And Toussaint Louverture, I hope I pronounced it right, achieved it. So, black people, know your history. The West will not tell you this. You have to Google some of these things and find out these stories or these achievements by your people for yourself. It's about time we begin to celebrate our own achievements, our own heroes. That's it.